So I was just thinking about throughout the day things I wish I knew when I was younger. And when I was in college, my girls and I we used to have this conversation about, is it okay to chase after boys? Is it okay to pursue them? And what is pursuing them? And so within that confusion, a lot of times I would initiate exchanging numbers with guys or have their number for like a study group or something like that, and then initiate conversations to get to know them more. When I was talking to somebody, I would overreact to them texting back slow or just not following through with whatever as if I were their girlfriend, because I didn't know how to just chop it with people or dates, or not even date, because when you just talk and you talk, whatever. I didn't know how to not be in a relationship. I didn't know how to play the game. That's what it is. I didn't know how to play the game. When I did initiate these conversations, girl, it would just be the seriousest things, deep, like stuff you don't talk to somebody you just getting to know about unless it just flows that way. But I would force conversation. Um, and that's what I thought, I had to do. Um, it was almost second nature to me to go about things that way, but it never felt comfortable. I used to get butterflies and be super anxious every time I hit him up, especially when it was like my crush. And so looking back, I can definitely identify that I was chasing after people. Um, I knew that if I didn't, that they most likely wouldn't pay me attention. At my highest weight, I was 260 plus pounds in college, so I was always the bigger girl up until I turned 21. And a month after is when I started my weight loss journey. And as you guys know, I lost 80 pounds in 11 months. And girl, once that weight was falling off, like I guess after like 40 pounds, things changed. Like every guy I had a crush on expressed interest or just hit me up more. It was overwhelming because I went from being this desperate girl that, if somebody hit me up, just, oh God, I just have to jump on it, to like this desperate girl that's receiving attention. Luckily, my desperation never led to like sexual relationships because I would have a huge number out the water. But I was too shy to even want to hang out with them in person, let alone do it. Like, that was too far. Um, but what it did lead to would be me hyping up things. And so, oh, he gave me this look, or he sent me this message and it said this, or he did that, and oh, he gotta like me. And then my girlfriends would be hyping it up like, yeah, yeah, he like you. Which really ain't the case, because I've learned so much more that I would get to. I'm like, well, I'll just get into it now. So now I understand that if a man is interested in you, he's going to pursue you. Even if he's shy, it will eat at him until he has to come for you. It might not be the most Rico Suave, sweep you off your feet, but he will initiate it. Secondly, you will not have to question if a guy is interested, if he is for you. I'm not going to say there isn't sometimes where, they'll be interested and kind of like play the game and test you out and not really step up to the plate. Um, if he doesn't step up to the plate, he lacks some type of courage. You might be very strong, maybe even intimidating, or he got to get it together and he can't come at you any type of way. At any rate, that's a protective shield for you because he's not what you need and he can't swing with you for real. You know what I'm saying? Um, so better off with him not having the courage or the audacity, um, to try to get on with you. What else? Um, I now that I like am really growing in self love, I can see my worth. It's a journey. I know that I have needs, number one, and I also know that I want to protect myself at this point. And when you're chasing after people, you're not even thinking about you. You're thinking about you in return, in terms of wanting them to validate you, this person that you have put up on a pedestal, that you don't realize it, but you're concerned with them more than you're concerned with yourself because you don't value yourself as much as you value the idea of them. That's another cut you heard from, but I just wanted to tap on that. But you're not focused on you. You're not looking at this person critically the way you can when a guy is pursuing you. You can look at his actions versus what he says. You can evaluate if that is what you want, if that's something you want to welcome into your world, if that's healthy for you. But when you chasing, girl, you trying to prove to him and yourself what you add to his life instead of thinking about what he can add to yours. And also, I think that men pursue women when they are ready. When they are ready for what that woman has to offer, they will pursue her. And you can have a great guy that is interested in you. And if you have a relationship prematurely to his readiness, you will not get the same experience. You will not get the same experience as if he were really ready and prepared for what he's about to walk into. Because relationships are very difficult to navigate. You know, you have the beginning stages where it's just the butterflies and the lust and the excitement. And for the next however long, you guys are like you're just getting broken down and get built back up. You have to figure out how to compromise and live a life that caters to both of your needs. And then don't not to mention the obstacles of maybe some financial stress, other people trying to come in between you two, family problems, just life itself on each individual that you have to get through together. So relationships are very hard, and if someone hasn't yet come to a place of being able to transition their mindset into us instead of me, it's going to be very hard to sustain that bond. You feel me? And so you don't want to rush that. You don't want to pressure that. You want a man to see your worth, appreciate it enough to pursue it, and hopefully be able to remain in that headspace. So looking back, if I could tell my previous self anything, first of all, I would say love yourself. Love yourself first. Anything you think he can add on to you, any pedestal you hyping him up to be on, you need to look at yourself the same way. And just love yourself and want to give yourself what you want to give him. Secondly, I would say it's not worth chasing a man. Like, chase your dreams, chase your self-improvement, chase your health, chase all of these things that help you serve God, because that's what I'm interested in doing, and it will come. You can't force it. You can't force things from the universe, but you can attract that of which you are. And so if I'm a work in progress and I'm shaky, that's what I'm gonna get. So instead of focusing on a him, I'm gonna focus on a me. And finally, trust God's timing. Has it ever been wrong? No. When I was doing all of that chasing, did it ever work out? Was it ever healthy and fulfilling and everything I hyped it up to be? No, no, and no. Did I have extremely lonely moments? Yes. Without it, did I have lonely moments? Yes. But you know what feels a lot better as a woman or a girl coming into your womanhood? It is a terrible feeling when you realize that you were being desperate. When you realize that you were putting yourself out there in ways that you didn't even mean to. When you realize that people can really be calling you thirsty off of what you did, or maybe they are, or that you have a reputation just for trying to text people. Like, I wasn't even sexually active majority of the time. Like, and when I did, I was in relationships for real. So I just was being thirsty, but I thought I was getting to know him. But I was so interested in him, and my mind was all about him that I wasn't thinking about what was appropriate and comfortable for me. And that ain't worth it. It's really not worth it. Because I will stress this. I can't stress this enough. When he is ready, you will know. And there is nothing like a man that appreciates you for who you are and what you are and respects you and get his A game up just to try to pursue you. No, for himself first, and then to pursue you. You can't shortchange that. You can't get around that. So yeah, I just want to say, if you are lonely and you just know you so great, but you don't get why they don't see it, it's because it ain't their time yet. And you just got to keep pushing and focus on yourself and be encouraged because your time is coming. It's coming.